in this country require so much of our children today. We constantly say they are the future. One of the ways to do that is to give them an environment which promotes learning. These children are world-class children. They're thinkers, they're complex doers, they're diverse, and they need an environment that promotes that. And I think that to see a bright new building with focused centers for learning and specific task areas to let these kids know, hey, we're not just saying you have to do this, we're going to provide you with all of the tools we can in your 32 hours a week that you're here to let you be successful. And I think that it's time and they deserve it.
I love West Middle School. I love the diversity that West has and the enthusiasm and the true caring that our staff has for our students. We are really excited about the full building remodel. Our students really deserve the opportunity to have a learning environment that is modern and up-to-date and provides them with optimal learning conditions. Because we have grown so rapidly over the past few years, our students have been put in small spaces that are not really conducive to learning. And we are all so enthusiastic about having a brand new state-of-the-art campus for them.
On the entry to the Norland Library at the University of Colorado, there is an inscription which says, "He who knows only his own generation remains always a child." William Smith's building represents one of the strongest ways that we have to teach the history of Aurora to the students of Aurora today.
The students who were involved in this historical project were 6th, 7th, and 8th graders from West Middle School who are identified as part of the Aurora Gifted and Talented Education. They were selected for their skills in reading, writing, literacy kinds of objectives because they are advanced in those areas, and this gave them an opportunity to use those skills in a realistic historical project.
The thing I like best about being at school here at West is I get to be a part of this project. It's the best thing I've done all year.
West students have helped us to capture the memories of people who have really known William Smith and West Middle School over 70 years of history.
We are producing this video which will document the memories of William Smith and be there for everyone to see, for future generations to have access to, and it will be an important link in the history of this community.
This is Colfax along here.
Oh, wow.
And this is all out front.
Yeah, it's definitely changed a lot.
There's nothing there at that time. All that was out front was just vacant lots. That's a picture that was taken upstairs.
Are these students? Or?
That's the annual staff. The annual was our yearbook.
Learning about the William Smith Building and meeting people who've been here since about the 1940s, I think that's been a really good experience for me, and it's helped me to appreciate the William Smith Building a lot more now that I know it's a piece of history.
It was a high school, and then it was a junior high school, and then it was an elementary school. And even at one time, they had only 6th graders in this building, which was a very unusual alignment. But it served many, many purposes over the years.
What did you think of the school at the time, and why?
Well, thanks for asking that. I came into this school. It seemed so big here, but remember, I went 9 years to a one-room grade school, Tollgate grade school. So it's laughable today, but this seemed like a big school to me, and I came in here pretty nervous.
How has West changed since you've been here?
Well, it's changed in size. When I first started teaching, we didn't use William Smith. We just used the new West building. And some years we only had a population of about 450 students, and we've been at 1,000 on some years. So the population is a lot bigger. We're using all of William Smith now, and we have mobiles that we're using too. So the school's really expanded because the neighborhood's expanded. There's a lot more people in the neighborhood.
What I learned from interviewing people who have been here for like 50 years is that they have feelings too, and that they're people, and that they like the kind of same things that we do, and that they understand us.
Yeah, this is from a student that I had. Actually, he was my student in 1961, and he saw my picture in the paper when I was on a campaign to try to save this building from getting demolished. And so he wrote me this letter, and I don't think the other part of it's not that interesting to you, but here's the sentence, I think. It says, regarding the William Smith Gymnasium, I had a PE class in it during my 6th or 7th grade. I had recently moved to Colorado from Alaska, and everything seemed so big and amazing to me. The gym appeared old and space age at the same time. It says, rather Buck Rogers-like. I hope it survives.
What do you think about our remodel project?
Naturally, I am in favor of keeping the old building here, but I know that that can't be done with the educational priorities we have. And so, yes, I like the plans for the new building.
Do you agree with the changes that will happen to this building?
That was a very hard thing for me because I value old buildings very much.
Do you think it's a good idea to tear down the William Smith Gym?
I think it is an idea and something that needs to happen because the space needs to be used for something else. And I'm really pleased that they're going to leave the front so that there will always be the memory. The gym leaks, and as the president of the school board said, we don't need more gyms, we need more classroom space. And so it's okay to tear down this part of William Smith because we're going to use the space for something really important.
How do you feel about the William Smith building being taken down?
I've been here a long time, and every day I pull up and look at this building as I come in. But I've been on the committee that has looked at all the designs, and I know how difficult it was to find a way to use this gym and still give us a remodel or a new building, and it just was not possible with the amount of land we have. I'm going to miss this building a lot. I think it's really wonderful, but I will be glad to be in a brand new building as well.
The renovation and the remodeling of West Middle School and William Smith was driven by a design advisory group. The design advisory group is made up of administrative staff, teachers, parents, and members from the community. We started about a year ago this time meeting to discuss the options for the project. Through that process, we worked with the Aurora Historical Commission to make sure that we had approval of what we did with the William Smith building.
How do you feel about them tearing down the gym and remodeling?
Well, you can't stand in the way of progress, but I feel sad because part of my childhood's going with it.
Look at the clothes they
I know.
wore. It's so weird.
All different. Did you guys study the same subjects, reading, writing?
Yeah. This was our prom.
Is that this gym?
In the gym. And instead of going to hotels and that kind of thing like they do nowadays, we spent days, or a couple of days, decorating the gym with balloons and with streamers, green and white stringers, all that kind of thing. And one of our reunions we did that. We came back the day before and we decorated the gym like we had done before.
Look at the dresses, they all come to the floor.
Yeah. So they could get everybody in, I guess.
Now, if we tried to have one of those right now, there's no way everybody would fit.
No.
It's cramped just for recess.
Yeah. So do you think they really appreciated this gym?
Oh, yes. Yes, they did. It was just the pride and joy of the whole community. Not only did we have school activities here, but the whole community used it for various things.
But we have a lot of wonderful memories about William Smith. My earliest remembrance of William Smith is when I was a very small child. It was the only facility, the gymnasium, in which the city could hold a function like a dance with real live orchestras and bands and trombones, and which just was the greatest thing to happen in this little town. I can still see my mom and dad out there dancing around on the floor.
What years did you attend William Smith High School?
I attended my sophomore and my junior and my senior year. Graduated in 1937.
Okay.
I want you to meet my lovely wife, Alice Blau, which is former Alice Miller. And she graduated in '42 out of this high school.
Oh, nice
But
to meet you.
She,
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
She came as a sophomore and a junior and a senior year. She did not have a sophomore year here. But she also was prom queen on her senior year.
So can you explain a little bit about how you guys met or how your relationship started?
Well, we met at a dance. We used to come to dances here in this gym. And we met when I was a junior in high school. And when he, of course, he was out of school by then. And so we, and then I graduated and we got married, and he went in the Navy. But we have a lot of happy memories here in this gym.
I learned stuff about the people that used to come to the school, like this man called John O'Brien. I'm the one that interviewed him, and I actually learned that this gym used to be used when like World War II started, that they came here to hear the news on the radio.
So you heard about World War II here?
Right here in this gym, yes, yes.
Could you tell me more about that?
Well, I can't say, pardon me, it wasn't a surprise because, you know, we knew it was about to happen, but we were called onto the gym when the Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor, and we listened to that broadcast. And now, remember, there weren't television, it was radio that we heard this on. It wasn't, there was no television then, and not here. Well, nowhere there wasn't television in the 40s. I guess, well, I wasn't one, but some didn't finish their last year of school. They went on and joined the Army. But I didn't. I finished my last year of school and then went to the Army afterwards.
What kind of games did you guys play in this gymnasium?
In high school?
Yeah.
Oh, we had 3 sports. We had basketball, football, and track. And there was a wrestling team that started, but it had just barely started that year. But that was all the sports we had, and girls couldn't participate.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Why is that?
They just didn't have, they felt that girls they weren't strong enough, I guess. And we didn't have the facilities either. You know, they only had this one gym.
Well, I always were impressed by the seats on the side because the boundaries of the court went right to the wall, and they had indented the walls for the bench on both teams.
That's right.
And it was always, as a kid, I remember being in the upper level like he was, watching the guys play, and you were just high enough above the basket you could see everything going in when they made a shot or a layup or whatever. And it was interesting, and it was always fun. We always got in one corner so we could be by a basket. So.
What was your position at William Smith whenever you were teaching?
I was a gym teacher, not here every day because we had to travel between several different schools, but later on when I was a staff member over at West and later on the principal, this was part of our campus, so we had our audiovisual and we had a math lab on the upper big room upstairs that used to be the library, and we used the gym and we used the other facilities over here as well as we could because we needed every inch we could get.
What's your best memory?
When I was a principal here, every Halloween we turned this place into a haunted house. And we did various things around here. We created a slide down the steps where you slid down the steps on mattresses. We got refrigerator boxes for to create a maze. We taped them all together, all through the gym, starting back at that end, going on sides and coming out. And then we would take, a student would get in the end of one and try to find his way out the other. But he couldn't have any lights or anything else. It was just the lights that were on out here that would shine through the box. And that was all fun. Those were all fun activities.
That sounds fun. What are your best and worst memories working as a teacher here?
We used to have to walk over to where Crawford Elementary School is, and they had a cafeteria. And the kids would all trek over there for lunch and come on back. And actually it was pretty good because it got them out and let them to, you know, do a little stuff that they didn't have to do in the building. When I retired, which was in 1993, it was right here in this room. They had the big party for me. And it was the coldest day of the year. And the heating plant didn't work too well. And so everybody's standing around with the coats on. And after this, I'll show you some pictures. But it was a real festive occasion. So, yeah, we had a lot of good things around here.
Tell me about the changes the bond project will make at your school.
Oh, they're going to be tremendous and really a significant impact on the school, and it's going to be great for the kids who will be at West for many, many years. First of all, our cafeteria at the present time is really substandard. It's too small, and part of the bond project is a brand new cafeteria. In fact, where the William Smith gym stands right now will be replaced by our new cafeteria and our new entrance. We get a new media center, which is going to be the heart of the school, be a great place for people to come, and it's just going to make a significant difference.
This has been such an exciting experience for our kids. It's been so authentic for them to interview community members and to really understand the feelings and the experiences that people have had who went to West years ago. I think it's also gotten them in touch with their own feelings and their own experiences here at West Middle School and made it a very, very special learning opportunity for them.
Every student came back with a real positive experience. They were very excited. They were very proud of what they had done. They were very proud of being part of the West Historical Project as well.
What I liked most about doing this project is that I feel important and that my voice counts.
It's been really fun to work on this project because you see this kind of stuff on TV a lot, but you never really know what it's like to make it, and it's really cool because it's like being a part of history.